Hello, gorgeous girl. Welcome back to my channel. And today is such a fun topic. It's really a head to toe glow up so that you can look your absolute hottest no matter what age you are. So if you're new here, hello, I'm Tracy. I'm 49 years old, and I feel like in my nearly 50 years, I've learned a thing or two about how to trick people into thinking that you are hot AF. So let's dive into head to toe and get our glow up on. I always think that skincare is the foundation for everything. You know, you can get all the Botox, the skin treatments, the whatever, but if your skin itself is not really well taken care of and doesn't have a sense of glow and inner vibrance to it, you're just not gonna look so great. So make sure no matter what age you are, especially if you're over 20, start finding skincare that actually works for you, for your face, for your skin. You know, I'm very lucky. My skin is actually pretty normal. And so here's exactly what I do. I wash my face with a creamy facial cleanser. I love the Toleraine from La Roche-Posay. That's one of my favorite cleansers. It's just really gentle. I don't feel like it strips my skin of moisture, but it takes off all the makeup and all the crapola off of my face. I like to spritz my face with a rose water toner, and then I put on either a hyaluronic acid or something that's gonna sort of increase the moisture in my skin. So lately I've been really into my snail serum. So with my face already a little bit damp, I put on my snail serum and it just kind of seals in that moisture, and I really like that. Then when my face gets a little bit, it's dry, then I use my herbal face food. I've been talking about herbal face food for years on my channel and all over social media. I really feel like it is the best skin serum that's out there. It's loaded with antioxidants. It's 100% plants, and I just love knowing that I'm really nourishing my skin. I mean, it's so clean that you could actually, and I don't recommend doing this, but you could actually eat it. So I love putting my herbal face food on my skin, and that's pretty much it. You know, for me, because of using either hyaluronic or the snail serum, I find that my skin feels fairly moisturized. If I am feeling dry, sometimes in the winter or whatever, I might use a cream all over my face and my neck, but that's only if I'm feeling like I need a little bit more. So that is my go-to. There are times when I love using retinols as well, and I change the brands that I use for my retinol. So I like using non-prescriptive retinol, so it's a little bit gentler. When I was younger, I used prescription retinol and I would get that flaky and that redness. So, using a retinol, and then of course sunscreen. If you're using especially a retinol, you want to make sure you're protecting your skin from the sun. So wear a hat, wear your sunscreen. But finding products that really work for your skin is essential. That's the foundation of everything, right? So I will leave the link for herbal face food down below if you haven't already tried it. I also have a discount for you to get 30% off when you switch to a subscription model. I truly have used this for probably 5 years now, and I absolutely love it. So you can get all the information down below. Hair, hair can either age you or make you look super youthful. It's kind of crazy how much your hair can age you. And I'm not even really talking specifically about your style, Everyone's gonna have different styles. Everyone has opinions here on YouTube, right? But I think it's really important to find a style that you like, that works for you, for your face, and for your life and your lifestyle. I mean, for me, having shorter hair is actually more work. And so I like having easy hair where I don't really have to do that much to it. And it's pretty close to what my natural hair is like. This is a little bit smoother than my natural wave, but that's pretty much it. So making sure that you find a color that you like. As we age, especially if you're dyeing your hair, which I do. I dye my hair a lot now because of my roots, and they're gray. And, I think that looks super chic on some people, but it's not a look, and I'm not willing to go through the growing out process. So I found that this shade of blonde, it's pretty close to my natural hair color. I don't get highlights anymore, and I literally only do my roots. I've talked about it also for years that I use Herbitint. I love that company. It's an Italian company, but I find that this color is really great, and I love that you can also mix them up. I'm gonna actually test the next time that I do my roots to do a slightly darker shade, just because I have so much gray now. Actually, it's so funny because I think about when I was in my 30s, I didn't want to have roots, and now I'm like, oh, what I wouldn't kill to have some dark roots. So I'm gonna actually put in a little bit more. Yes, I might have to do my roots a little bit more more frequently, but I think if I mix it up, it'll just give me a little bit of definition. Another product that I swear by that I think just really helps is having a root spray. So there's Rita Hazan, and there's another one that I found, and like I said, I will leave everything linked down below in the description box. This other one I found, I cannot remember the name of it because I only tried it once, but I loved it, loved the color of it. It was a light brown, and for me, it was the perfect, like, it just really made my hair, even when I had a lot of gray, look very, very natural, and like, you know, I just had slightly darker roots. And I think that looks nice having a little bit of that darkness around your face, especially if you're fair like me. So those are staples for me. I buy them in bulk, the root spray and the Herbitint. I buy at least 3 at a time, so I never run out. And just also so you know, with the Herbitint, what I love about it, especially if you're like me and you're just doing the roots, I only use a half of the bottle. So each box I actually get 2 treatments from it, which is pretty great. So super inexpensive. And I don't even do it because of a money standpoint. I do it from a time standpoint. The fact that like I can slap my roots on, get my hair done, and actually like do emails and do work or like clean up my kitchen or whatever while I'm dyeing my roots, as opposed to wasting 3 hours in a salon. I love you hairdressers. I think you're amazing. We have many in our community. Like, hats off to you. You guys are artists. But if you're just looking for like a root cover up just so that you look okay, this is what I would suggest. Another thing people often don't talk about when it comes to really, you know, having that glow up and looking like the best version of you is your skin. And I think it's really, really important, especially if you're a fair person like me. I don't feel my most confident when I don't have just like a little bit of a tan. Now, we know that like lying out in the sun and actually trying to get tan, especially for a person like me, is not a great idea. Sure, 15 minutes or so in sunshine, yes, you get that vitamin D. It's great for your hormones, all of that. However, actually getting a tan is not something that we want to. So I love using self tanner. I've used the same brand for years. I get it on Amazon, shocker. And it's the Beauty by Earth. I love this so much. It's really like you can't mess it up. So I use a mitt for it, and I just put it all over my body after a shower. Make sure you've shaved, but it just gives me such confidence. Like, you know, I live in Miami. If I'm going to be going to the beach or like a pool party or something where, you know, my body's going to be seen a little bit more, I just feel so much more put together when I have a little bit of a tan. Now, my daughter has beautiful brown skin. She will never need this. And anytime she sees me putting on tan, she's like, "What are you doing, Mama?" I'm like, "Something you're never going to need." Now, here's what's crazy. Sometimes I don't have time, you know, like something comes up unexpectedly and like, what do I do? And I'm literally like, my legs, like my upper body, I have no tan right now, right? My upper body, I'm fine with this color. It's fine. My legs are like almost blue. So now this is crazy. When I'm in a pinch, the Sally Hansen airbrush legs is like chef's kiss perfection. You know, I was in Miami and I got invited to like a swim week event, and I went with my friend and she was like, "What's the dress code?" And I was like, but truly I was like, you know, it's at the beach, it's a swim week event, like we want to really look like Miami. So I was wearing this very short, adorable Alice and Olivia dress. And for me, it was kind of, you know, a fair amount of leg, and I didn't have time to put my self tanner on. So I used the airbrush legs, and my friend was like, "Did you get a spray tan? Because it literally gives you perfect legs." Now, here's another thing I've been doing. This stuff does not come off. I'm telling you, it does not come off until you really give it a good scrub with soap, not just water. Because I've actually put it on my legs and gone to the beach. I was like, let's mess around and find out, and it doesn't come off. So I've actually been known to put it all over my body when I'm in a pinch and I like feel like I'm going to a boat day or a pool party and I just didn't have time to do the self tan overnight. I will put this all over my body. It really, really lasts. It doesn't stain, and it stays on your body until you actually use some muscle to really scrub it off. So if you are a fair person like me and you just want to have a little bit of that glow, I personally use the medium shade. I love it, and it literally stays on. I mean, it stays on until you scrub it off. So hot tip for you. Now, I've been a trainer for over 25 years, so you know I'm going to talk about working out, but it's about working out the right way to really support your body, especially if you're in your mid to late 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond. It's not about beating up our body. We've all done that, right? You know, if you're anything like me, it's like we grew up in the 80s where it was like aerobics and like, you know, no pain, no gain, and feel the burn. Those are all things we were told told. But truthfully, it's really important, especially as we're going through menopause and we have all these hormonal shifts and changes, that you're actually working out the right way. So for me, it's 30 minutes a day. And I do a blend of cardio and the right kind of cardio along with resistance training. So I love doing Pilates. I work out. I do Pilates on the reformer 2 times a week. And then the other days I do my TBT. Sometimes it's Tabata and sometimes it's a HIIT workout. Those are 30-minute workouts. Those 2 types of workouts, they're really been proven to help support women on their hormonal journey, especially in perimenopause and menopause. So a HIIT workout, a Tabata workout for 30 minutes. Now it's important, especially as we age, that we're mixing in rest and recovery days. So that's where a Pilates mat workout, that's where a yoga workout, a stretching, even like certain kinds of dance can be a recovery day. Walking and making sure that you can always hold a conversation. There's lots of videos here on YouTube where people talk about zone 2 cardio like it's some crazy thing. Here's all it means. Zone 2 cardio means you can have a conversation. I don't care what age you are. You should be able to have a conversation when you're doing your workout. Period. So making sure that you're doing all of those pieces. If you really want to dive in deeper, know my exact fitness program and what I do to look and feel my best at 40 and beyond, and to even help to reduce your cellular age, you want to make sure to join my free masterclass. It's called Fit and Fab After 40. I'll leave it linked up here and also down below in the description box. If you don't know where the description box is, underneath my head somewhere, there'll be the word more. Tap on that, like right by the title. That will open up a little bit, and then you'll tap on more, and then you'll see everything in the description box. You know, my fitness membership, Total Body Transformation, that's really the foundation of what it was really built on. You know, I created it when I was 40, and really of like, how do I like to work out? So we have a real variety of workouts. And that's also really important as we age, to make sure that you're not missing out on life, right? By having injuries or overuse or just not feeling your best. My goal, my mission is to make sure that you look and feel your best at any age and any stage. So TBT really fits the bill for that. And then I pepper in a little Pilates and some walking, and it's like, I just feel kind of ageless. If we're talking a glow up, we also have to get rid of the fuzz. Get rid of the fuzz all over your face. Now, as we get older, it just happens where we get these like sprouts of like hairs that come up. And why is it always like the one chin hair? Like, why does that happen? So get a magnifying mirror, because our eyesight's not as great. I mean, I'm telling you, I just bought a new one and I was upset because it actually plugs in. So I'm looking for one. If you've got one that you love that does not need to be plugged in, I want something that I can just recharge, please let me know in the comments. But I bought this like folding one and I was like, it's perfect. And I was like, oh, I should plug it in, and I don't want to. I want to keep it in my closet so that I can just do my makeup and really see, are there any like errant hairs on my face that I'm not seeing? So get a good pair of tweezers. Tweezermans are my favorite. Also use, you know, just like one of those like thin razors, I forget what they're called, a microplaner, right? To get off all the peach fuzz on your face, trim your little mustache, right? That's what I do. I just find that I'm very fuzzy. I'm lucky it's light, but I have a fuzzy face, right? And especially as we get older, we tend to get a little bit more. So remove your face hair, remove any weird chin hairs, get in there with the nose. If you don't have a nose hair trimmer, this is your sign to get one now. There's nothing worse than having like that one nose hair. I mean, I remember even in my 20s, I was waiting tables and this girl, gorgeous, a friend of mine, at one point I was like, she had like one nose hair that I was like, I can see it. And I wanted to just like, rip it out for her. Don't be that girl. Just like take the extra 2 seconds. We all have it. Clean out the nose, make sure the stash is gone, get the peach fuzz off of your face, and just have a more glowing and hair-free appearance on your face. Let's talk about your skin. All right, we tend to get drier, we tend to get itchier. You know, they say itchy and bitchy during menopause, and I don't want that to be the case for you. So body care is really, really essential. I've mentioned this many times here on YouTube. I was gifted the Augustinus Bader body cream. It is luxe, it is rich, it feels so good. But one thing that I've been doing, because I ran out of the Augustinus Bader, is when I get out of the shower, I keep my skin wet, and then I have an organic castor oil that I keep in a glass bottle with a dropper. And that's really important because a castor oil actually has like pulling qualities. So if you keep it in plastic, it's not so great for you and for your body. And then I put it all over my body when it's wet, and it just seeps into your skin. My skin today just just feels soft, it feels moisturized, and I don't get that menopausal itch that's really, really common. It's also incredible if you have dry, crusty feet, like me, because, you know, former dancer, and so I'll put it on my feet, you know, do it in the bathroom. I actually stained my bed frame with some castor oil. Please don't do that. And it was not an inexpensive bed frame. So, you know, do it in the bathroom, and then to get some cotton socks to like walk yourself to the bedroom. Now, some people say, you know, put on those silicone socks or something like that when you go to sleep to keep it in, but I'm worried about like, what's in that silicone? So I just kind of do it bare feet, let it seep into my skin, and then get into my bed, and I've had no problems. I do not stain my clothes when I put it on wet skin. It is an oil, and castor oil will stain. Now, if you guys are really interested in castor oil, actually some of you told me about castor oil because I started using it on my hands because I have dry hands and kind of crepey hands. So let me know, because I can do a whole sort of deeper dive on that on a future video. All right, next we have to talk about what are you eating to look and feel hot? And this is really essential. You know, we are what we eat. When we're eating crappy, ultra processed food, fake food, you know, we feel crappy. And here's the thing too, you have to be really, really careful with what you are ingesting in your body. I find so many products out there, even in stores like Whole Foods, that are really marketed as healthy, but when you do like a deeper dive, you find that like, it's not good at all. You know, I have a weight loss course, and the women inside of the course, someone showed me like a protein powder and was like, Tracy, what do you think about this? And I was like, do not use that. It was loaded with artificial sweeteners. It had just all this junk that you couldn't pronounce. And I was like, why would you do that? And they was marketed as a lemonade. I was like, I have an idea. If you want lemonade, have some water, maybe a little liquid organic stevia and ice cubes, and that's it, right? So make sure, especially as we're getting older, that we're eating adequate protein. I talk about this all the time on my channel. You don't have to count macros. Just make sure that each meal has a good amount of protein in it, that you're eating loads of fruit and vegetables, live, living food. That's what gives you that glow from the inside out. And I really do believe that that's why during my menopause and perimenopause journey that I haven't had such crazy symptoms, because I actually eat pretty well, and I really am cognizant about like what I'm actually ingesting in my body. And healthy fats are your friend. You know, we grew up in the 80s and 90s, if you're around my age, and you know, we were told fat-free is it, but really it was just loaded with sugar and chemicals and all this other stuff. Have avocados, have olive oil, you know, put a little coconut oil, like just making sure that you're eating real food, and read your labels. This is key. This is the foundation. Now, if weight loss is your goal, I do have a free class all about how to lose weight without tracking macros and without calorie counting. So I will also leave that link below in the description as well, and up here in the eye, and you can check it out, and I'll see you there. So we've got smooth skin, we've got tan skin, but there is another little something special that makes such a huge difference, and that is making sure you've got that body glow. You know, I love, and I've talked about this all the time on my channel, I love the Super Goop Glow Screen. You know, I love putting it on my shoulders and on my collarbones. It's just that little something that gives you just a little bit of a glow. And when we have glow and we have highlight around your collarbones, your shoulders, it makes you look a little bit more sculpted. It makes you look a little healthier, and it definitely makes you look more youthful. So I love the Glow Screen. I use it as my sunscreen when I'm on the beach for my body, but I also use it like when I'm literally just going out to dinner at night, a little bit on my collarbone and a little bit on my shoulders. It's just that extra little attention to detail that just gives you a little something. It's really hard to describe, but it just looks like finished, and you get that sort of like airbrushed look on your skin, but like in real life without using a filter. So we love that. Hands, all right, I've talked about it on this channel. I have veiny hands, bony hands, you know, like my hands when I was 20 pretty much looked like this too. They look worse because I get gel manicures. I'm not gonna give up my gel manicures. I like them, so c'est la vie. But making sure that your nails are done. You know, I'm not a huge fan personally. This is just my opinion. Again, you do you. We're all grown-ups here. I don't like the nail design, the kind of crazy tips, I'm not even a huge fan of like the almond shape. I have friends that even get that shape. I love them. I think they're beautiful women, but it's just not for me. I personally like just like a round or maybe like an oval shape, not like a high point. And I do sometimes love like a red nail. I've been having problems with my nail salon lately, so I've been going more natural because they have not been lasting at all. And a gel manicure, in my opinion, if you're like a nail tech, please let me know. I think that a gel manicure should last like a good like almost 2 weeks. And I've even had gels last like 3 weeks. I feel like mine have been lasting for like a week. So I'm trying a new salon right now, which is why I have very clean, very natural, but I love this look. You know, if you get a little chip or something like that, you're not gonna see it. And even as you start getting the grow out, it's not so obvious. So I think it looks really chic to have clean, natural looking nails, like a sheer pink or sheer whatever works with your skin tone. Maybe a French, you know, very thin French tip on it. Or I also love just like a classic red, like a real, like kind of like the color of like a red sports car. Like they have one that's called like Ferrari red. I think that's also very chic, but keeping it simple. I don't love like, and this is just me, this is just my opinion. I don't love like greens and blues and like purple. You know, I think at a certain point, it's just like, it's too much. Again, my opinion. I like it on other people. It's just not for me. So for me, I'm always like sheer, pink, kind of boring, right? Or red, like a real red. That's pretty much it for me. But making sure that your nails are done, that your hands are clean, that your nails look finished, it's really gonna give you that glow up. And the most important thing, and I cannot end this video without talking about it, is confidence. Confidence in yourself. You know, no matter what age you are, no matter what stage of life you are in, you deserve to be seen and to look and feel your absolute best. And that's what I'm really committed to on this channel is, you know, having women know that this is the place to be, especially if you're over 40 and you want to age with grace and feel good and feel energetic and really be the best version of yourself. You have found your home here. So if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. It's totally free to do so. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. All the products that I've mentioned will be linked down below in the description box, like I mentioned, and tap on that bell so you always know when I have a new video that goes live. If you want to keep hanging with me on YouTube, make sure to check out this video next, and I'll see you there.